detaching myself from stressful situations when going through them has been one of the key ways that has helped me to kind of ease the pain of actually going through it. And it also has given me a lot of courage in times when I didn't have much. Now, I remember my first sales job when I went there, I actually became really good really fast. That being said, one of the key things that I still remember to this day, which I kind of learned there, was detaching myself from that situation. I remember they gave us a script of like just learn, all these things to say, and when they say this, you respond with this. And we also had this thing where, for the beginners, you could just you could just be like, hey, I'm gonna ask my manager, and then you come into the manager's office, and then he would be like, hey, just say this. And so they would give you a script of what to say. And in turn, like from all of that, what I had learned is that I could literally just detach myself from that situation and just not even be present. Like just focus on having Stepan say all the right things. Not me say all the right things, but having Stepan say all the right things to that person to get them to buy. And then I remember I was going through kind of a tough period. That was like a lot of bureaucratic stuff that I had to deal with and learn a lot in a very short period of time. And I remember I was feeling like very, very miserable. And then I thought to myself, well, it doesn't really matter, but I still have to go through this. And so the framework that I use is like, huh, I wonder what Stepan's going to do here. I wonder how this is going to play out for him. And then, like, if I had to, go and do a cold call where it's like if to me, I imagined like this scary old dude, it's like, I would just sit there and be like, I wonder how Stepan's going to handle it. I think he's going to do pretty good. And literally just seeing the situation from a third person view kind of just removes all the pressure, because the pressure is not on you. The pressure is on the guy that you're looking at. And so some people would actually say that it's a little bit psychopathic, where like I remember I told somebody that I was whenever I talk to clients, sometimes I would imagine myself standing behind myself, literally like standing up and just watching myself perform. And I don't know if it is, but I can tell you this: it has actually worked, and I became the top salesman after 3 months at that job. So it is useful. I'm not sure like how sane it is, but it is very, very useful. That being said, I not only used it in sales, but yeah, when I was going through that tough time, I remember just thinking to myself like, kind of looking at myself as a character in a movie, and it's like, well, this is a pretty interesting movie. Like he's going through a lot, because all the details. Like this is a pretty interesting movie. I wonder what he's gonna do. I wonder how he's gonna handle this. I wonder if he's gonna come out a champion. And it kind of just removes the pressure of like the outcome. It's like, I'm just kind of looking at it. And obviously that's not, you can't live your whole life like that, but that was something that helped me a lot. And so if you are, scared of doing something, maybe that framework might help you also, kind of just take the step forward. And maybe like sometimes you don't need to be courageous. Sometimes you just need to reframe it of like, we'll just see what happens to him. But the person that you're watching is actually you. And you just map out the script, you pick up the phone, and you call.